Alright guys, we are at the World Time Attack 2024 and I'm with legend drifter Mad Mike. Now, like anyone here will, as you're well aware, today everyone's just going crazy because you're a very popular person.
I love that. I love getting it across the straight. For us, it's just literally across the ditch, you know?
Yeah, it really is.
And yeah, the fan base here out in Australia is ridiculous.
Well, you're good at what you do, and that's one of the coolest things. And you bring some of the coolest cars.
Most challenging cars. Last year they were saying we brought a knife to a gunfight. We brought our little Rad Bull, which was a fan vote again on Instagram. Yeah. You guys voted. My OG 3-rotor when I first got into drifting, which is like 390 horsepower.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, I wanted to prove a point that you can still come and have fun, be competitive. You know, we didn't come here expecting to try and win the event, but it was like, put on a show, have fun, and hopefully inspire people to get into drifting and think that you don't have to have 1,200 horsepower with the craziest sticky tyres. So last year we brought a knife to a gunfight. It was a pretty sharp knife. We took down Rob White actually, who was the current Australian champ. But this year I feel like we brought a bazooka to the fight. Because this thing is our world record holding Pikes Peak car. We got 2 world records last year at Pikes Peak. The plan was time attack, but I really wanted to drift. So we ended up putting drift knuckles into this thing. We again went back to fan votes, and the fans voted for drifting and Instagram. However, it cross posts over to Facebook, and the comments, 80% of them were time attack.
Time attack.
So we're like, oh, well, let's do both. So that's what we've been trying to balance out this weekend, from doing the time attack stuff to drifting. So we're the first competitor and first car to be on both categories. And the same weekend and the same day. Yeah, well,
that's so cool. Like, trying to take that in.
Yeah.
That just proves like the Mad Labs.
Mad Lab, yeah.
Mad Labs. It just
well, no, this car is TCB Magic. So Kawato-san runs our Japan cars.
Yeah.
Man, he built this car as a factory Mazda deal to go to Pikes and challenge, ourselves. Pikes is probably the scariest thing I've done in a car, honestly, because of the. You drive pretty fast and crazy and wild on these racetracks, but you actually feel pretty safe,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at a roll caged and stuff car, we know the build quality of these cars, but you've got catch fences, you've got rubber tyre walls, you've got sand traps, there's grass, there's runoff. Pikes, there's none of that, man. No. It's just literally cliff, and you can't focus on that, because it's same as motocross. Where you look is where you go, man. And so definitely the fear levels through doing Pikes last year were ridiculous.
I can imagine, like that's one, I think that's how I got introduced to you originally, like back in the day, seeing the RX-7 going up Pikes sliding.
Oh, Crown Range. So that's the New Zealand Pikes Peak.
So that was forget about that part.
So that's like the highest paved road we have in New Zealand. So 2013 we went and blocked the road and did a Red Bull film shoot, and it was quite a milestone moment. For Red Bull we got 1 million views overnight. For me, for drifting, like closing down one of the, we Google search world's most dangerous crazy roads, and Crown Range came up. I'm like, Crown Range, that's in New Zealand. So
perfect.
We went down South Island and made it happen.
I think like same sort of time Ken Block was posting that sort of stuff. Yeah. And then you came out with that, and I remember sitting there watching it. One of those 1 million views that night, and that was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
It would have been so cool to see like your blood, your heart rate and that sort of stuff. But
with Ken, Ken was a very close friend. People looked at us as absolute rivals. With Monster, Red Bull, Ford, Mazda, and creating, YouTube content.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like both of us we're mates. We have kids the same age that have always hung out. It's
you're both really good at what you do.
Yeah, and it was always fun because we would like lift our own profiles up by our little like banter and stuff we'd have going on. So, it's good. And I'll never be Ken Block, man. He was a legend. He was a massive inspiration to me because he really showed. Like, I came from freestyle motocross.
Yeah.
And there was drifting, but what he was doing was content creating, like with 4 wheels and a roll cage, and that's where I was with drifting. And people say drifting is like a judge sport. You got 3 judges, but for me it's a spectator sport. And I feel like creating the content and entertaining is priority 1.
Oh, 100%. I couldn't agree with you more. Like I do a lot of content out Queensland Raceway. I work very closely with him. Yeah.
Well, TQ's a massive a massive fan, massive supporter, a huge part of our program. He actually owns the track where we're based at, Hampton Downs. And so to be an ambassador and have Hampton Downs as our homeland, we're literally, I met Tony Quinn at Goodwood Festival of Speed. and we just formed this cool bond, and we managed to get him an invite to bring his Formula One, the Michael Schumacher Formula One, the Benetton, up to Goodwood. He drove that, and
he loves it. Hey?
He's given me the opportunity to be the first one to drift at Highlands, one of his other tracks down in South Island, and just kind of working together and doing cool shit. Really,
he's done an exceptional job for motorsport, both in New Zealand and Australia. Well, Queensland specifically. The man's
he's crazier than me. You know why? He wildcarded me into his GT3 Australian Championship in his McLaren. He was running a 2-car team, and we actually did pretty well. I was teamed up with his son Clark. I'd never even circuit raced ever in my life, not even go-karts, man. And we went out there, and with a bit of advice from Clark, we had Greg Murphy, who's another Kiwi legend in motorsport, and I just had some really good support around me, SVG, and we managed to qualify 4th, my first time ever GT racing, like circuit racing, GT3 McLaren. So,
how fitting. That's so cool. Like, that just shows like your quality as a driver. You can just hop into a race car and still put your foot to
this weekend I'm transferring in the same car from a time attack driver trying to freaking, break PBs to going out drifting and driving as violent as I possibly can to entertain.
And you do just that. But speaking about McLarens, I must say I'm a massive fan of your drifting McLaren. That's
Mad Mac.
It just broke the internet pretty much.
Well, if you guys haven't seen it, over on our YouTube, we documented the whole 100-day build. Or you can find it on our Instagram and all that stuff. Pretty easy. Mad Mike is a pretty easy thing to find on old Google. So
you can't miss it, guys.
There's a lot of Mad Mikes around the world. I know, but usually the one that's at the top, and there's a few fake accounts and stuff that you got to deal with, but. For us, it's like just create content, hopefully inspires people, and it doesn't matter whether we're building a multi-million-dollar McLaren or whether we're building an old Mazda Bongo van. It's the same passion, it's the same hanging out with your friends and just creating cool memories, really.
100%. That's why I love doing what I do, man. I get to go around, meet all these cool people, meet all these awesome people, and hear their stories and enjoy the passion and the excitement that it brings. Even like seeing you today, hanging out with all the people, man, I could see the excitement. It was cool. It was cool. But no, the McLaren, unreal. My favourite one, I'll say it, the Red Bull. Bad Bull.
Oh, the RX-8.
The RX-8. I was playing with it on Need for Speed back in the day.
I mean, that was another milestone moment for me. I think Lincoln, my son at the time, would have been about 3 or 4, maybe. And I know just old enough to hold a PlayStation controller, and to see him, he was drifting and playing, PlayStation games, and to see him playing with Dad's car and game was quite a cool moment,
I bet. That's awesome.
And now he's got his own car in games and Hot Wheels and friggin'. I'm just as a dad, for me, is if I can fuel his dreams, that's the dream right there.
Oh man, you're killing it. You're killing it. But as well as your own son, you're fueling many other young fellas' dreams, and they're making them excited to do what they do, right? You're an absolute legend to the sport, to the whole car community.
I appreciate it, man.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Mike, guys, I think this is like the best interview I've ever done, ever, and I don't think it's going to top it.
Just hanging out, man. World Time Attack. We're like
World Time
30 minutes from actually going out and doing we got the drift competition tonight, Intercontinental Garrett Drifting Championship. So we got the top drivers from New Zealand. Case is current New Zealand champ. Sean freaking right on his door. We got Jaron in this wild ass bloody V10 or V12 actually.
V12 Lexus.
Freaking Lexus. We got I'm like half New Zealand, half Japan bloody team here this weekend, and we got Koi, Daigo, and then all the best guys from Australia. So
it's a good mix.
It's going to be a freaking wild night, and we're about to get into it.
I thought I was blessed in Queensland with the drift community that's going on there. Then I come here, and it's just mind blowing. All these cars from all over the world. They've hit the nail on the head with this one.
Sweet. Well, good chat.
Mike, thank you so much. Done deal, guys.
Show you how to be strong. got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. We go through bad days, hard times, low pay, high crime, pathways to a life without sunshine. I'm the lifeline. With this lifeline, gonna be the pipeline, shining in the nighttime. Bet on me to swoop down. I'ma go toe to toe. Already know that I'm never gonna back down. Bet on me to stand tall. I take on anything from my crew. Bet I risk it all. Wicked people in the streets, corruption in the politics and the police. It's time to raise up, take a stand against the scene. We won't take a back seat. I can show you how to be strong. Come on, follow me. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look out. No more running from the bad guy. I'ma stare him in the eye like what's up. I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. Accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Me falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. That's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. Annie up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite.